What is up, people of the YouTube land? I'm Awesome2464, you are my viewers, and this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We just finished the first day of Lena's trial, and as usual we get the twist that nobody saw coming. In this case, it was a murder happened at the police station, in the evidence room, at the exact same time. Not only that, but apparently the victim, Detective Goodman, was apparently the victim of both crimes. So it's like he was murdered at two places at the same time, which obviously seems impossible, but it's Phoenix Wright here. We're going to figure out how it worked. So, let us go. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. So am I, actually. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Could she, read our thoughts or something? Huh? Would you mind coming with me? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Where are we going? Alright. February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Of course it was our victim who was killed in the department. And my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. Okay, I know she's smart and a genius and all, but can she really just read our thoughts? It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was bloodstains or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Hehehe. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Wow, a high schooler with luminol. Who'd have guessed? Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. That's good advice. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. Well then, we're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Ooh. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Touch the screen to spray on it. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Alright. So... there we go. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this? Scientifically. The amount, I would say, because if that was where he was stabbed. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. Strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more bloodstains than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? See how I'm marking up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, that's very useful information to have. I saved up my allowance to buy this, and yet they're still going to let a miner buy luminol? Alright, luminol testing fluid information added. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case, and will drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? I thought we were. This luminol stuff is gonna come in handy. Ha! Oh. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead isn't really getting my mouth watering. Alright. Yes, you seem so... you certainly put me on a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Well, she's got a point. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? The cough-up queen. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen. The cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your ledges. And you were let go, or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. And the SL9 incident. Wait, she doesn't mean... Yeah, the SL9. What do you think about this? Oh, SL9 incident? On that knife? And on that note? Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? We have DL6 and SL9. That's interesting. Well, can you tell us more about the SL9 incident, please? We gotta show you the knife, too. Okay. Now will you tell us about it? What the heck? What more do I have to show you? I have to show you the photo? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime, and climbed the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder? That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Now, can we talk? Thank you. Okay. That's when I learned the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Ooh. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not even a little. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. Oh boy. What? Do you mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in that case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... I have two... Who is it? Exactly, Officer Jake... Okay, Marshall. My guess was going to be Gumshoe, but no, he's still a detective. Marshall. He's on security detail in the police department, isn't he? As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. Then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten us all nine. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in that fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? That's what I want to know. Just when the detectives on the case have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? Salisbury steak sounds good, actually. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright. So, who are we going to be tempting? Alright. Excuse me. Sorry, I need a drink. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed in their own department. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. If they're even gonna let us in there. Security guard office. Yep, I can tell whose office this is. Evidence room entrance, guard station. What's the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who this guard is already. Yeah, so do I. Wait, what the? Is that like a trap? Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination, especially for being all about science. This swinging door makes the place feel like some sort of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say that'd be more of a yeah myself. So can we move anywhere? Nope. Polka dot cap. Yipes, that sure is prickly. Must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. This cactus is a lot like my sister, actually. Miss Sky? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with thorns pointing out in every direction. Just like her. You know, I've been looking at this cactus for a while now, and I don't see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Yeah, I would think so. Computer. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check out who went in and out of here. So can we? No, so can we? Oh. So this is the evidence room. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Ooh. I mean, this is obviously Marshall's office, but... Oh boy, are those ponchos? There's a security guard uniform hanging there. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself. A pooch, a pinchy? Oh my, that's a lot of screens. Looks like there's a video feed in the evidence room here. Alright, so... Now what? Okay. February 23rd, police department, blah blah blah. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Police! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm busy, man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Aw, poor Gumshoe. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, pal? On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Stand around here talking ain't gonna fill my belly. Wait! Don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Alright, so I guess we're off to the detention center. Wherever that might be. Criminal Affairs Department. February 23rd, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective in this department after all. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lab. Makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, I'm the realist. I want to check out some of the crime scene here. Yes, you sound dead set and out investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Alright, so... Detention Center. Yeah, so who was arrested? That's what I want to know. February 23rd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, yes they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What the... What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I'd say. Me, kids? Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, this is Mr. Edgeworth. Anywhere on the premises. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. Wow, really? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You... Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Perpetrator, Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this was an unexpected turn of events. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh my. Okay, Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard office in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Yeah, just like her. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, I'm the realist. Tell us how you hurt your hand. And your hand... That happened when Detective Goodman was stabbed. Well, you see, sir. Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes... I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone, because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Huh, okay then. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you had to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive as well as that. Ah, yes, well that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger, or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Is there anything we can present? This is for you. Hey, I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. It was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir, I was being impaled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Will the same thing happen if I show him this one? Yeah, same thing. Can I show him SL9? Ethan, can you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. What can I show him, though? Can I go to the press? Can I go to Edgeworth's office? Maybe find out something? February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Well, this place is certainly tidy today. And it will be tidy tomorrow, too. Incidentally, he's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Yeah, figures he's not here. So, what do I show Meekins then? That's the only other thing I can think to do. Okay. Hey, why do you have that? That's from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. And if this is a dream, sir, then I hope I will never wake up. Is this all a dream? You'd better wake up right now. Any more talking? Nope. What am I supposed to do? Okay, here we go. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! What's what? That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Okay, so there we go. Alright. Can you tell me what it was that you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought you looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did you do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. Then when I woke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean, Ema? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Interesting. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me what it had to be. They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. And you wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess you better go check out the crime scene. Alright. Alright, well, that was definitely quite interesting, to say the least. Alright. So now, let's check this out. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking on there. Well then, what do I do now? That's so good. Do I have to go to Gumshoe or something? Or what? Alright. February 23rd. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey, Mr. Wright! Look who's standing at the head of Detective's desk. It's Chief Gant. Are you sure this is all, You'll know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked the drawers, the lockers, the garbage cans, the coat pockets, the pillowcases, behind the computer monitors, the coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The head detective looks a little flustered. Aha, right though, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh ho ho, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Ooh, creepy organ music going on here. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, we've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? Doesn't look good having one of our top people sitting in the defendant's seat. Now, you've got someone else found guilty in that case, right though? Yeah, Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. I mean, it's happened at exactly the same time. The murder at the prosecutor's office. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, right though, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most about all this hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the head detective's trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Oops. I wonder what it is that he wanted the head detective to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Alright, admittedly I did have to look up a walkthrough because I was looking everywhere, but now it is like the least obvious solution I could have possibly done. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know. The killer used a cassette tape. What a crafty trick. That gunshot was a fake. This is good. No one will suspect a cassette tape in this day and age. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Gotcha. Oh, so is that... Okay. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. I'll make a note of that just in case. Alright. I should probably get a quick look around the crime scene. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me about help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Wright. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Wright, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go to the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, now we can go into the evidence room. I just wish there was a more convenient way to get there. Oh, now we have to examine this, I suppose. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader's turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? Marshall. Officer Marshall. Somehow I knew. What's that somehow I knew look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing around there for? Get along, little doggies, the crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. But maybe I could present you a special steak lunch. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? I believe he's mentioned this before, or at least implied it. No, I just saw a special on the television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. What does it mean? Steak lunch given to Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask me anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Well then, okay. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There was no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us exactly what happened. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, mean machines, well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card passed through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Yeah, it was Goodman's ID, wasn't it? Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. I'll do it after this. Sorry, could you explain this whole transfer thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They are kept here until the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the police station. That's what we call a transfer. We do it every February. I see now. Transfer is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And what happened to SL9 2 days ago? Oh, that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Now let's show him Goodman's card. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on the ID card record. Yep, there it is. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Alright. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Well, first, let's take a look at the evidence.